It's always a great idea, in my opinion, to watch stocks that are approaching major support because they can have massive moves off those levels. So here's a great example. This is Victoria's Secret. Back in 2023, the stock came down to $13.50. 2 years later, right back at this level, $13.50. This is a 3-month chart. If you were interested in a stock like this, okay, it's at a good support level. Let me get in. And then here's some more conviction for you. Victoria's Secret had a bunch of insider purchases, $17 million worth at $16 a share, $10 million worth at around $19 a share. And let's say just from $20, let's see, if you got in at $20 a share, this stock is up 200%. And forgive me for cherry picking. They don't always do this, but you have Netflix down 28% in the past 6 months. You have PayPal down 76% in the last 5 years, down 23% in the last 6 months. Duolingo is down 57% in 6 months. That's why I did this video, and I was telling you guys about Roblox, and then I posted this on X. Feel free to follow me at Deadnsyde. This was 5 market days ago. So January 6th, Roblox was finding major support on the monthly chart at $75. Today, from that level, it's up almost 10%. And this is the Roblox chart. It's so satisfying for me to see this level show support. So Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE, is sitting around $24.75, which is a big do we bounce or do we die level. And there's another monster level way down here at $13.45. So this is a 3-month chart. So we're really zoomed out, but this stock has almost been flat since October of 2023. It's really trying to show support at this level. But I think the reason people even care right now about Pfizer is their annual dividend yield, which is 6.8%. There's a little bit of insider buying. I mean, one insider purchase in February of 2025 for $500,000 at $25, which where we're at currently, actually. And if you're looking for insane consistency with a stock paying a dividend, the first quarter 2026 cash dividend will be Pfizer's 349th consecutive quarterly dividend. And what's going to send this stock higher, in my opinion, potentially, one of the things is these obesity drugs that Pfizer CEO has been talking about, saying they could become a cash pay consumer market like Viagra did. The next stock is ticker symbol S, Sentinel One. It's at major support now. And the level I'm really watching is that all-time low zone near $12.78. So you can see this level right here. We are getting closer and closer to this area, but this is AI plus cybersecurity. So if the security theme gets hot again, this is the kind of name that can move fast. And I really love this chart. I talked about this a couple of days ago, but this is total revenue. And that's the orange. And you can see it's just going higher and higher since 2021. Their total debt, which is green, and it's getting smaller and smaller. But the reason why this stock is getting hit quite hard is because they guided revenue a little light versus expectations. Plus, their CFO announced she's stepping down, and competition in this cybersecurity space is a knife fight. And that reminds me of PayPal also. You talk about heavy competition, down 81% from its highs back in 2021, but it's getting closer and closer to major support. This is the 3-month chart again. So back here, this is October of 2023. So in my opinion, this $50.24 area is a really good level, but then you also have this $42.98 area. And if you really want to wait, $30.86, that is the all-time lows. I talked about this before as well, but my e-commerce business, TrackTrain, the platform for music producers to sell their instrumentals, I launched that website in 2013, and we were 100% reliant on PayPal. And then Stripe came out, and Stripe is, for my business at least, way better than PayPal. Now, the next stock, get your popcorn ready, MicroStrategy. This is the stock that, even if you're not even interested in buying stocks or the financial markets, what Michael Saylor is talking about, and what ticker symbol MSTR is doing is it's one for the history books. MicroStrategy just got an insider buy today, actually. And it's really funny because the CEO, look how much of a big spender he is. On January 8th, he purchased at $99, $1,200 worth of MSTR. But yesterday, one of the directors purchased 770,000. But technically MSTR, it broke a bit under support. So now we're in that annoying zone where support becomes resistance. But I'm watching to see if it reclaims this level. Like, hey, it could get out of this range and then just take off. And Bitcoin, as of right now, is actually heating up. This just had a really big move today, back at 95,000. If Bitcoin starts going crazy, I think MSTR could actually go nuts potentially, especially with Michael Saylor. The man has an incredible way of articulating his thoughts. He could send this to the moon. The next level is this 106. $106.07. And we're going all the way back here to 1999. If we look at the monthly chart, it's a little bit easier to see why I have that level there. And as you know, they're buying more and more Bitcoin. They just bought more. Yesterday, billionaire Michael Saylor strategy scoops 13,000 Bitcoin for 1.25 billion. Next, we have ticker symbol DUOL, Duolingo. I was using this app for a very long time, trying to learn a new language. And I'm not a fan of this company, to say the least, but doesn't mean this stock could do well. But these levels here, $128.90, you might start seeing some insiders purchase there. But this Victoria's Secret like level, this $61.39, all-time lows, that support could have this do well. But I mean, with Claude and AI, I don't know where a company like this sits in 2026, 2027 and moving forward. Netflix is going lower and lower. I'm watching this $60.51 area, but this is also at major support right now at this $90 area. If we look at the monthly, you can see why it's trying to find support here, but this level here, sure, it could maybe find support here at this $70 area as well, but $60.51, I think that's a pretty strong level. They added a record 19 million subscribers in Q4 2024 and hit about 301 million total. So this is not a dying streaming company. Also, with their new live events, big events have actually spiked signups. So yeah, I'm watching that level. If it holds, great. If it cracks, we reassess. Oh, and this is the IPO VWAP. So watch, I'll show you. And this is TradingView, by the way. I'll put my link in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, this 26, 25 level, I don't think we're going to hit this price anytime soon, but I have my eye on it. So Visa, MasterCard, American Express, all these stocks have been hit pretty hard in the last few days. Visa's down 4% today, and all I see on my X feed is people talking about buying these stocks. And they dropped pretty hard after Trump basically floated the idea of a temporary 10% cap on credit card interest rates, and markets panic first and ask questions later. But if we look at the 3-month chart, dude, this is still very strong. This is Visa. This is MasterCard. Look how identical these charts are. This is why I was telling you about drone stocks, right? They move together. Look how these credit card companies, they move together. American Express. Oh, by the way, if you're ever interested in technical analysis and why I love these looking at the 3-month chart, I was looking at this back in 1972. American Express is just on fire. And if you were to look at it, if you were to look at this stock, you would say, oh, it's never going to come back down to this $11 area. And look what happened. It came all the way back down. But it's a good reminder for me to never say never. A lot of people would have been like, oh yeah, this $20, no way it's going to come down to 11. And you can see it pretty clearly on the 3-month chart. And look at the power of holding monster companies like American Express from 2009 till now. What a move. But again, see, in the grand scheme of things, this is not a pullback. I'm not excited about buying this dip. What dip? And the last stock that just can't catch a break is Adobe, ticker symbol ADBE. Yesterday, it looked like they were going to bounce from a certain level up 9%, then today dropped 11%. And I believe it's because of Apple releasing their new Creator Studio. But this is basically the market screaming AI is turning creative software into a commodity. Analysts have been downgrading it and saying the old seat-based pricing model gets pressured when AI tools make creation cheaper and faster. And the fear isn't just Adobe versus Adobe, it's Adobe versus everyone. OpenAI style image last video generation, Canva type products, and other tools that keep getting better. But this $274.20 area is strong. And this is, see, I'm not educated enough. I definitely see why this stock could go lower and lower, but there's so many examples of stocks where Chipotle, for example, had these outbreak salmonella scares and the stock was just getting hammered and, oh, this is the end of Chipotle. And if you would have bought those dips, it would have worked out very well for you. Today, I'm just cherry picking over and over, but there's also real reasons to be concerned when stocks drop. So this could be the end. And if you have never checked out Claude, I'm telling you, it is so incredible what you can do with that program. But Adobe had some insider purchases, 500,000 and almost 1,998,000 at 443. So 390 and 443. And look at this, we're at 309. Now, you might see insiders start loading up at this 273 area if they know something we don't. So what is it going to take for Adobe to turn around? They need a show me quarter where Adobe proves AI is adding revenue, not just being a feature people expect for free. So Adobe needs renewals plus pricing power to look stable. Not financial advice, just how I'd frame it on a chart plus narrative basis, but $274.20. This looks strong. Consider subscribing if you like these sort of updates. Thanks, guys.